Hello everyone, no respawns, hope you're doing well. So we're on the roof of Red Rocket, building a tower and 2 quonset huts. So this was one of those builds where I ended up cutting out absolutely fuck tons of footage. The reason being is a lot of it was me just, because you'll see when I do the tour, is there's a lot of barricades and stuff kind of, but they were literally just me just rug glitching shit into the sides. Obviously it took me a long time to do, but it wasn't really transformative in terms of me. It was tedious me showing you, basically. So I've only shown you the stuff which is kind of the core of what everything was built around. And the main thing is I wanted a big tower, this thing here, and using this this junk fence as kind of a base worked really well. I initially was going to put a guard post, as you can see, and I take that out because it just didn't work. This is actually, I think, the second or third time I had a stab at this. The reason being, as I tried earlier, but what you've got to be a little bit careful about here is, because you'll notice I'm using the rug glitch quite a lot to sink things in. You have to be very careful because it's very easy to have things poking out of the bottom. Now, nothing pokes, so anything you see, and especially in the tour as well, nothing actually pokes out of the bottom into the, like, you can't see it from the inside the garage. But it was a bit of a chore. Like, this little kind of tower thing that I've got right now was a little bit chunkier initially, or the first version of it I built. But I ended up having loads of shit poking through the bottoms, and it was just not a good look, so I ended up chopping it down. I do go back to it at the end of the video to add a few more bits and pieces, because it was looking a little bit spindly, but it's quite a satisfying look. It's quite a satisfying look, which I'm quite pleased. This is quite a neat little technique. See, so I'm just basically select all glitching the entire walkway in, it gets it nice and level, and voila. The reason why I switched into the wood stairs is because they weren't sinking into the ground like these barn ones were. The barn one's better because obviously they actually look like they're connected in, but I did the select all glitch without them just because they would have probably gotten in the way, yeah. So here we go with this part here. Now, this was where I was struggling with this quite a bit, because obviously, like, with those platforms, they're just floating up in the air, and they look really stupid. This is me trying to get the scaffolding in. So I had to replace the floor, obviously, with the actual scaffolding floor pieces, and as you can see, I have a little bit of a nightmare getting them in, like the actual scaffolding bits. I managed to get that one in not too bad, but imagine if this was not sped up. It took me a while. Now, obviously, those are floating, which is a good thing, because obviously the long ones, they would have poked through the bottom, and that's what I'm basically trying to avoid here, is I don't want it to look really stupid, so it's quite a kind of a simple technique. Spoiler, I just put loads of pallets underneath, and it basically looks like it's connected quite comfortably. This is my neat little, just slightly lazy, but it works technique, but I have to use 3 of them. Exciting times. This worked really well. I'm really liking this setup a lot. This one, to be honest, I was hoping for a bit more with the tower, but due to limitations of the height, and also just, you know, the limitations of the stupid basic, I can't have too much shit there, which is a shame. It still works. I end up putting, like you'll see in a bit, a little invisible guard post up there, so it is good. We're gonna have a dude with a sniper rifle watching the area. However, it wasn't as nearly as big and chunky as I was hoping, but it still looks pretty cool, and the whole area is coming together quite nicely. So what are we doing now? Oh yeah, I was thinking of putting one of the big... so I wanted... Initially what I had done is I'd put one of the normal guard posts there. Then you'll see I could opt for a guard mat. But initially I had actually 3 guard posts poking out of the side, but then that presented the problem of how supported they were. They were hanging off the edge, and then I tried to support them. It just didn't really work. So it does look a little bit spindly now. Don't worry, we go back to it and we tidy it up and make it look cool. So we're putting the quonset huts in. This took a bit of a while because I kept falling over. We've also got the actual new metal pane things. The new coloured prefabs, that's it. But to be honest, they're a little bit too dynamic for me. Maybe it's just the fact that the textures repeat in slightly an off way. I don't know, but I ended up just using the metal ones. So this whole area is basically, the whole idea of it is it's kind of where the weapons are going to be manufactured. I haven't decorated inside. A lot of the decoration I've done is quite periphery. There's still loads of bits that you'll get kind of when we do the final tour in a video or two. But it will basically be, this is where the weapons are put together. effect, or one of the areas they're put together, because obviously they're also manufactured inside. The whole thing is just a giant bunker for manufacturing guns, to be fair. Or actually, this could be maybe where the... Actually, no, I'm changing that. This isn't where the weapons are going to be put together. I've already changed my mind, yeah? This is going to be where the help sleeps. So this is where the mercs sleep, who actually guard. And yeah, that makes more sense. We're doing that. Because that would then be a guard post, and then we can actually the weapons manufactured inside. So there we go. That's the RP now. Changed it. I've retconned the entire thing. It occurs to me that I've accidentally missed out showing you one bit, which is very frustrating, and I've realised that now, because I show you me adding some supports to the tower. But what I'll do is when I get to the part, I've basically deleted a piece of footage that I was meant to show you. It's very, very simple. It says I rug glitch a load of walls underneath the side. I'll show you. But see right here, this is very straightforward. In a way, this build it is quite simple. That's why it's quite short, because it's not really as transformative as the last two. But it was very important for me to show you what I did, because if I basically just... Like, for example, the guard post, the guard tower alone is quite complex, or at least not as readily obvious. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a short one, and it's maybe not as transformative as the last two, but it's important, and it does look cool when it's finished decorating, you'll see. Don't you worry, don't you worry. Looks grand, looks grand. On a subject of grand, while I'm doing this boring part here, thank you for the lovely feedback for those of you who watched my vlog. Those who didn't watch my vlog, get on it. I do a vlog, you get to see what I look like. I've got a beard, spoiler. It's pretty cool, but I think it's pretty cool. I spent ages growing the damn thing just so I could make a vlog on it. Well, not on the beard, but I have a beard in the vlog. Basically, I grew the beard, so when I did a vlog, I can then have a beard. That was the plan. Literally, that was it. But yes, thank you for all the nice feedback. Lots of people like the beard, mostly, which is why I keep mentioning it. But also, apparently, I don't look anything like any of you expected, which I'm cool with. Hipster was quite a common, a common phrase, to say the least. Which, in my defence, I do live in East London, Shoreditch area, so it's easy to accidentally fall into the hipster aesthetic trap, even if I don't actually act like one. Anywho, so that rambling bollocks aside, watch my vlog. It's very fun. I enjoyed making it and intend to make more videos of its ilk, and also using a camera. I'm gonna do a bit of a fiddle around with my setup on the weekend as well. So right, here's the junk fence. Oh wait, maybe I do show you the thing. We'll see. Anyway, so basically I glitched these in because it's just a little bit... Or did I put some things in? I can't remember what I did now. You know what I'm thinking of doing? I think I'm getting two of my versions of this blurred together. So this is the problem. As I mentioned earlier, I've made several versions of this today once I got back from work. And I might be blurring how I did a part. So basically, this is just me adding it so it doesn't look so... No, I don't. I haven't missed anything out. Yay! That was a different version, which doesn't work as well as this. Grand. Anyway, so basically, this is me just kind of adding a couple of junk fences in just to kind of... Because basically, I was seeing it from the roadway, and it just looked way too spindly. Like, massively spindly. This is me getting a bit confused by my little rug setup here as well. It's fine, don't worry about that. But yeah, it was looking massively too spindly, and it just looked a little bit skinny. It just wasn't cool. So what I'm doing right here is just adding a few things, just to, if anything, just to hide it. It still doesn't really act. I mean, it can support its own weight even now. So like here right now, it would work. You would be able to walk up and down that. Stupid ladder's getting in my way. However, I wanted it to look a little bit more reinforced. Maybe the idea, someone could just shoot a missile at it and blow the thing up. Whereas here, it looks a little bit. Well, better, really. A little bit better. Not by much. Not by much. Nah, it does look grand. So we're just adding a few bits and pieces. Oh, and you can see when I've turned back, and this is where I mid through the decoration period did this. So I've put a little bit of... Those barricades, as you can see, it is just me just rug glitching shit in. Stuff from Aslam's junk walls, and then various barricades from the decorations tab. So it wasn't really... important for me to show you because it is just me just rug glitching over and over again without anything particularly transformative, shall we say. So it's looking pretty cool. I'm really quite enjoying how different this build looks to how any other build that I've seen and I've done of this, because it is just... Oh, that glitch annoys the fuck into me. It seems to happen a lot up here, but it does seem to, like, it's really transformative, which I quite like. It's good fun. So here it is. Here's the tour. as you can see. So I do show you, don't worry, everything at the top, and there's loads more decoration to do. Also, I don't know if that flag is facing the right way. It just looked good that direction. I haven't really checked where the wind is blowing with my other flags. But as you can see, like, you can see the barricades from the top. It's really starting to look like something of a hardened bunker. And I said, it's kind of a weapons manufacturer who kind of serves all types. It's going to have like raider and gunner, hired mercenary. So this is stuff that I've just kind of added decoration in to kind of give you a bit more idea of the character. But obviously I'm going to be adding lots more junk decoration, decorating the insides of those quonset huts. So now I've decided this is where the mercs are going to stay. You've got my big ass tower there. So you can see what I mean. I've kept it quite open as well. I might put a little bit more chaff in the center, but there's a limited amount what I could do on these little sloped areas, because it would look a little bit weird if I was glitching everything in. It's got a really nice view as well. So I can have a sniper up here. There are some guard seat chairs in the USO mod, which I might put up there. I think they're in USO, or they're outside USO. I forget which one it is. Basically, they're guard chairs where they can just sit on a chair and just watch the road. So it looks pretty grand. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. The next video will be doing the interior. I think I'll just do that in one big video, so it might be quite decoration heavy rather than design heavy. So sorry in advance, but maybe you might find that interesting. And then afterwards at all. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. And I'll talk to other people soon. You enjoy the weekend.